Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Your Stocks, coming live from the CNBC-TV18 Motilal Oswal studios. I'm Vinny Motiwala. Thank you so much for tuning in, as always. And in the last 1 hour, we've seen that the markets have actually seen a fall coming in. As of now, when you're looking at it in terms of the Nifty, it's trading at the day's lowest point. As of now, still managing to hold on to gains of almost 0.1%, but 25,150. Below that mark is what the Nifty is trading at. Nifty Bank, look at that as well. That has also seen a sharp fall coming in, and it's trading on the red side is what we're seeing coming in for the Nifty Bank as well. So a sharp fall there, 0.2% of decline coming in for the Nifty Bank. Broader end of the market was anyway seeing a bit of an underperformance coming in. So it seems like that was also something that has continued for the mid cap as well as the small cap. Mid cap now down 0.6%, and small cap too similarly is under pressure in today's trading session. That's how the market setup is looking like. There are just a few names like Walker that is surging away in trade today. We have some of these IT names like Infosys and TCS that are managing to hold on to good gains. We have HCL Tech, so IT is doing well. That's what we're keeping an eye out on. But this is a show where we solve all your stock-related queries, and to do just that, today we have our experts joining in with us, Astha Jain, Research Analyst at Securities, and Somil Mehta, Head of Alternate Research, Capital Market Strategy at Mirae Asset Sharekhan, to solve all the stock-related queries. Afternoon, Astha, as well as Somil, and thank you so much for joining in with us. Let's move on and get started with the first query for today. This is a phone line query that we have coming in from PG James from Kerala. He's joining us right now, and he has an investment in Muthoot as well as IRFC. Mr. James, I'll tell you to take away the query. What is the doubt coming in? And afternoon.
Yeah, ma'am, good afternoon. Yes, I'm holding Muthoot Finance for a long time, and about an average of about 170. How about 1,300 plus stocks in that? Also, IRFC about 10,000 plus stocks bought about 39 average. I'm not in a hurry to cash in, but I would like to know in 3 years. I'm a senior citizen, so I don't have a very long thing, but about three years outlook.
Okay. 3-year outlook is what you have for Muthoot Finance as well as IRFC. Muthoot Finance is purchased at 170 rupees and IRFC is at 39 rupees. So you're making a profit on IRFC as well. And Muthoot Finance also, you are making a profit right now on this front as well. Astha, let me take this to you. 3-year time period is what the viewer is managing to hold on to. Mr. James is saying that he's already holding on for a while. What should he be doing in terms of a strategy? Book out profits, look at something else, or continue to hold both these stocks?
Hi, good afternoon to all of you. See, talking about, first of all, Muthoot Finance, I think it is a better choice to remain invested in this counter, because what we have seen is a robust set of numbers. First of all, a strong 40% growth in their gold loan portfolio. In fact, the asset quality is also very strong in this counter, and NBFCs are now the flavor of season. So there is no need to book out profit at this momentum of time. Maybe some short-term dips can be seen, but I think there is no need to worry for that. In the longer term, this is poised to move upwards till the level of 2,700 to 2,800. So these are short-term targets which I am giving. In the longer term, the targets can be much higher. But in the short term, that is from the time period of 3 to 4 months, this stock is looking good to us. So stay invested in this. Now, talking about IRFC, IRFC has started doing one very strong, good thing is that they have started diversifying their client base. So it is not only the Indian railways which they are catering to, but they are catering to the whole railway ecosystem now. So I think that is looking very strong to us. And the kind of margin this company is earning, it is very strong as compared to the other peers. So these two counters are looking very good to me. And I think there is no need to take the profits out from these counters. Remain invested in this counter. For IRFC, my target is 170.
Okay. Keeping an eye out on those levels over there. Fundamentally, both these are strong. Technically, Somil, both these continue to be on the positive side. Could we expect a further up move?
Absolutely. Muthoot Finance, one of my favorites. It's broken out of a huge flag pattern, consolidation in last 3-4 months, and this consolidation has broken on the upside. And I think strong uptrend on the higher time frame. I'll be looking for much higher targets than 27.50. supports would be around 2400 and 2250. So these are two very strong, important supports for a medium term outlook, medium to long term outlook. So hold on to the stock. The second stock would be IRFC. Okay, IRFC has a support around 140. Definitely a basing out pattern breakout on the upside for in the higher time frame, high top, high bottom formation on the weekly charts. Great stock to hold on to. My targets would be around 170, 180 as well. Supports would be around 140 and 135. So hold on to both these stocks.
Okay, hold on to both the stocks. That's the view coming in from our fundamental as well as technical expert. Mr. James, I hope that answered your question, and thank you so much for calling in this afternoon. Moving on to the next query for today, Keshav Kumar is writing to us from Bangalore. He's holding 3,525 shares of Bajaj Housing Finance. Price is 143 rupees per share. So currently the stock is at 124, 125. So they are making a loss on this one. Wants to know if it could continue to hold for a time period of 2 to 3 years. As the 2 to 3 years time period, Bajaj Housing Finance, what's the outlook?
Outlook is positive. Why not positive? The time horizon is such a long duration, 2 to 3 years. So definitely one can remain invested in this counter. Although in the short term, we can see the price targets, or we can set the price target of around 136 to 140. Now, talking about this counter, first of all, AUM growth was very strong. And in fact, they have got a very good GNP and NNP ratio of around 0.29 and 0.11% respectively. In fact, ROAs of around 2.4% is also looking decent to us. The main concern in this is only the valuation, and that is why we are not seeing the stock moving higher to those levels. So right now in the long term, I think it's better to stay invested in. In the short term, one can keep the price target of 135 to 140.
Okay, keep an eye on those levels. And on the technical front, Bajaj Housing Finance, what should the viewer do, Somil? They're making some bit of a loss right now, though 2 to 3 years is the time period.
There's not much data for the stock. However, in the very short term, I don't see much happening here. It's in a range between 130 and 115, and I'm expecting this range to be there for a little while. If the stock closes above 131, that is the 200 daily exponential moving average, then we can think of a good rally on the upside. But I will wait for that breakout on the upside. Once it breaks out about 131 levels, the next level on the upside would be 150. So positive in the short term, and buy on declines would be the strategy.
Okay, positive in the short term, buy on declines is the strategy that's coming in for Bajaj Housing. Next query for today, this is an investment query that we have. Praveen Kumar is writing to us from Kerala. He's asking if you can buy Uno Minda at current levels. Astha, what's your view coming in on Uno Minda? Is it the best play that you have in the auto ancillary side? Is there something else they could look at? What should they be doing?
Yes, I think it is one of the best play. Why? Because the kind of performance or the volume which this company is clocking in, it is almost 1.5 to 2x of the other peers. So yes, it is very strong as compared to its other peers. And yes, one can make an entry into this counter, but at the lower levels of around 1050 to 1060. This is what I can suggest as of now. However, price target can be set at around 1150 to 1200 in the medium term.
Okay, and on the technicals, Uno Minda, Samil, what is that looking like? Last 6 months, not much of a move, right? It moves up, goes to that 1,100 around that mark. Then again, it's gone down to 800 levels as well. So should we watch out for a fall before, the viewer actually looks to enter Uno Minda?
I think now it's already broken out of a big consolidation. A downward sloping trend line has already broken on the upside. So in the medium term outlook, definitely positive. In the short term, maybe a sideways correction, because we've seen a good rally since last couple of months from 770 to 1090 levels. In the short term, I'll be expecting a small consolidation, a small correction. But in the medium term outlook, for a positional outlook, I think it's a great stock to hold on to. 980 and 950 would be a very, very crucial support to watch out for. On the upside, I'll be looking for all-time highs above 1200, 1250 levels.
Okay, keeping an eye out on those levels over there. Next query for today, we have a couple of stocks here. So Prashant Thakkar is writing to us from New Delhi. He's holding 100 shares of HDFC Bank. This is at a price of 1,400 rupees per share, and 100 shares of LIC bought during the IPO. So he wants to know whether he should hold or book profits for both the stocks. Astha, your view coming in on both these names, HDFC Bank as well as LIC.
So LIC, what we have seen is the volume uptick was there. We have seen the margin improvement. So in fact, LIC is also looking very strong to us, and one can remain invested in this counter because what we have seen is not much upside momentum from the IPO. Price. So I think there is much steam left for this counter to move upwards from here on the back of the industry tailwind also. So overall, this is a hold from my side with a price target of around 1150 to 1200. Talking about HDFC Bank, it is a no-brainer. Definitely a very good quality banking stock with a very good margins as well as asset quality. So we are keeping the price target of 2100 for this counter and recommending a hold as well as buy on dip strategy can also be applied to HDFC Bank.
Okay, buy on dip strategy can be applied to HDFC Bank. Keep an eye on that level also that Astha mentioned. But Somil, on the technicals, what's the view coming in for LIC, right? Because after IPO for some bit of a time, it didn't do anything. Then we saw that run up coming in, and now, it's managing around that 700 mark above that level. So any worry coming in there? Should they just book out their profits? And HDFC Bank, both these.
HDFC Bank, let me start with HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank is a great stock to hold on to. Definitely in the very short term, the stop loss would be around 1885, and I'll be looking for a target of at least 2200. So this is a short to medium term outlook. In the long term, if you've seen a consolidation, we have seen a consolidation from last 3 to 4 years for HDFC Bank, and the range was broad. Now that broad range has broken on the upside very recently, and I'll be expecting this rally to continue in the long-term outlook as well, and I'll be looking for a target of at least 2500 2600 levels. So that will be a medium to long-term outlook. So HDFC, a strong buy in the medium-term outlook. For LIC, it has started high tops, high bottom on the weekly charts, taking supports at the on the averages, and short to medium term outlook looks great. My targets in the very short term would be 1010, and the next target would be 1095.
Okay, keep an eye out on those levels over there. But on that note, we're going to slip into a very short break, viewers. And as we slip into the break, CNBC-TV18 Access is a premium membership-based service available on CNBC-TV18.com. It offers members exclusive content, market intelligence, and expert thought leadership. The membership includes access to CNBC TV18's flagship events, interactions with our journalists, along with curated studio tours, e-learning sessions, and masterclasses, and curated lifestyle benefits designed for an immersive and enriching experience. It empowers members with a premium business intelligence and a unique lifestyle benefit, the power of insight, the privilege of access, exclusivity, experience, and influence. Yours to claim. Become a member. Log on to CNBC TV18 Access Plans. Welcome back to Your Stocks on CNBC TV18. We still have with us Astha Jain of Securities as well as Somil Mehta of Mirae Asset Sharekhan to answer all your stock-related doubt. Moving on to the next query for today, we have Deepak Dave, who's writing to us from Gujarat. He's holding 30 shares of Raymond. This is at a price of 1,800 rupees per share. He wants to know the outlook of the stock and whether he should add more or exit the stock. He's bought it at 1,800. Stock is at 611. But I think that, lifestyle business demerger, and I think that also comes into play. But nonetheless, Raymond, what's your view coming in, Astha, on this one?
So I think one should continue holding this stock because with the demerger taking place, I think now the company will be focusing on its core business, and that will really help the company in posting good numbers. So one should give a chance for that, and only for that reason, I'm recommending a hold on this.
Okay, hold on this counter. Demerger also is something that comes into play as well. So the business is something that we could see some value unlocking. That's what Astha is highlighting. Somil, on the technical front, Raymond, they're not talking about lifestyle. They're only talking about Raymond. So what should they be doing now with this one?
Raymond, definitely positive in the short term, in the medium term, both. It has broken out of an inverted head and shoulder pattern on the weekly charts, taking support at 200 daily exponential moving average, high top, high bottom formation. Great stock to be in right now. Support would be around 580 levels, which is around 40 daily moving average. That will be a very crucial support. The targets would be around 760, 770 levels in the medium term outlook. So positive outlook in the medium term.
Okay, positive outlook in the medium term. So positive views coming in from both the fundamental and the technical front. Next query for today, Anthony is writing to us from Kochi. He's holding 1,500 shares of Bank of Maharashtra. This at a price of 56 rupees per share. Wants to know whether it's a good stock to hold on to for the long term. Astha, finally, again, a PSU bank has come in the show as well. We have a lot of these coming in on and off, right? Bank of Maharashtra, long-term story, good.
Yes, definitely, because the AUM growth or a CAGR growth in the AUM is 17.5%. So strong AUM growth with very good quality, asset quality, and the strong NIMs is making it a good play in the PSU banking space. So yes, one can remain invested in this counter with a price target of 65.
Okay, remain invested. Price target you can keep an eye out on is 65 is what Astha is talking about. On the technicals, Somil, what should we watch out for in terms of Bank of Maharashtra? Last 1 year, it's not done anything exciting, right? It's come off instead, 70% down in the last 1 year approximately. Are we expecting now a bit of a run-up? What are the levels they should keep an eye out on for the long term?
Since last 2024 May, I think the correction was from 73 to the bottom of 42 levels, and we have seen a very good run up in the couple of months from 42 to 58. And PSU banking is looking great. I've been talking about PSU banking for a little while now, and this stock has broken out of an ending diagonal pattern, which is a great sign for the stock. High top, high bottom formation. In the short term, my targets will be 63, and I'll be expecting new highs very soon, above 73, 74 levels.
Oh, 73, 74 levels. So continue to hold the stock. That's the view coming in from both our experts. Next query for today, we have Raja Shekhar, who's writing to us from Bangalore. He's holding 30 shares of Siemens at a price of 7,816 rupees per share. Wants to know whether to hold, sell. What's the long-term story that is playing out for this one? Your view coming in on this one, Astha.
Definitely a hold, because the kind of focus this companies into the diversified sectors like railways, etc. Definitely, they have got a very good, demand from those sectors. So first of all, that is looking good to us. In fact, the order intake is high, and the financial performance of the seems to be okay to us. So overall, it is a decent counter to remain invested in with a very good long-term prospects. However, price target which we are keeping for this counter is 35.90 to 36.50.
Okay, keeping an eye out on that. Let's move on to the next. Actually, Somil, sorry, your view coming in on Siemens as well. On the technical front, what should they be watching out for now? And does it merit holding the stock now?
Absolutely. In the short term, in the medium term, positive outlook for Siemens. The stop loss, the support, crucial support would be around 3152, which will be a medium term support, and which is very crucial for the stock. Anything below that, closing below that, would reverse the view. However, on the upside, my targets would be around 3860 in the medium term outlook.
Okay, keep an eye out on those levels over there for Siemens. Next query for today, Venkat Matta is writing to us from Telangana, holding 30 shares of Protein eGov. This is at a price of 1,040 rupees per share. Currently making some bit of a loss on this one. Wants to know whether he should remain invested or switch to some other stock. Specifically, Astha, in the last 1 month, obviously we had that news flow that came in on PAN 2.0, them not getting it right now. So that was a bit of a concern coming in. And then just yesterday, we had some positive news flow because of that 100 crore order on Bima Sugam is what they've received. But that's a 6-year contract. Protein eGov, long-term view, what's the story? Or should they just switch the stock?
it's better to remain invested in this counter, although initial price targets are not very high. Maybe 1090 to 1100 is the target which we are setting for this counter at the initial levels. But yes, they got one RFP win yesterday only from the Bima Sugam India of 100 crores. So that is acting in favor of this company. And I think going ahead also, the financial prospect seems to be improving for this counter. So a good, not a good, but yes, not making a losses is also advisable for this counter at this point of the time. Maybe some upside can be seen on the basis of the news flow which we are receiving for this counter, hence recommending a hold for the price target of 1100.
Okay, 1100 is the price target to watch out for. So instead of selling at a loss, at least they could get the cost price out of the way. Somil, your view coming on the technical front, is that also an 1100 that you would say, or you're expecting a further more up move as well?
I think 1100 would be the target. 1120 probably, that is the 40 daily moving average. I'll be expecting a small bounce, but overall, if you see in the medium term outlook, doesn't look good. Always taking resistance at the averages and making new lows. So in the medium term outlook, negative. However, in the short term, there could be a bounce.
Okay, however, in a short term, you could maybe see some bit of a bounce. That's the view coming in there on Protein eGov. But that was the last query for today. So thank you so much, Astha, as well as Somil, for joining in with us as always and helping our viewers solve all the stock-related queries. And viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you so much for sending us your queries. Keep sending them to us on the email ID that will be flashing at the top of your screens. But with that, we're absolutely out of time. So thank you so much for tuning in. Up next, we have Closing Bell to take you through the last hour of trade.